talking with my friends, the debate has become, should the college football playoff expand? Right now, they let 4 teams in. Should they allow 8 teams instead of 4? One of my buddies suggested that no, the college football playoff should not expand. He says that, look, the top 3 teams that are all undefeated, you got Ohio State, Clemson, LSU, they're all 12-0. And he said, it's clear to me these 3 teams are better than all the other teams. He's like, there's not a clear fourth. He goes, Baylor, Oklahoma, Utah, like we can't even find a 4th team. If we're struggling to find a 4th team, why would we expand and allow even more teams in? We can't even find 4 worthy teams. You want to make it 8? That's what my buddy said. This is why I, Zach Schaumler, want an 8-team playoff. I want a 2-loss team to have a chance to play for something. Let's look at Clemson. Why is Clemson undefeated? I mean, they're a good team, sure, not taken away from that. But they have not played a team that is currently ranked. So far this year, they're going to play Virginia on Saturday. That's the only team on Clemson's schedule all year that is ranked right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They almost lost to North Carolina 21-20. They beat Texas A&M by 14 points, 24-10. Clemson's played in 2 close games all year. It's disgusting. They played against University of Charlotte, the 49ers. You ever heard of them? Not many people have. In November, they played an FCS program, D1AA. They played Wofford. They played Wofford in November. That was on Clemson's schedule. And Clemson is rewarded for dominating a weak schedule. They're 12-0, everybody says. They're 12-0. They played nobody. It drives me nuts. I would love, you know what I'd really love to see? I would love to see Clemson play Alabama right now, next weekend. Yeah, who wins that game? That's a great matchup. Are you confident Clemson dominates Alabama right now? Even with Alabama's backup quarterback? I'm not. And the point is this. The current culture in college football is all about being undefeated at all costs. Doesn't matter how you get there as long as you're 12-0. You're the top tier team. That's what matters. And so teams in college football make easier schedules so that they can dominate them. And my suggestion is we should open it up. Instead of 4 teams, let's allow 8 teams to get in. And let's end this culture that you have to be undefeated. You got to dominate a bad schedule. That's stupid. It's wrong. Look at the NFL right now. Teams play tougher schedules in the NFL. Look at the 49ers. Look at the Seahawks. Look at the Ravens. They're all 10-2. Nobody's undefeated, and we have amazing regular season games in the NFL. We had the Seahawks and 49ers went to overtime. It was incredible. Ravens 49ers was so good. Seahawks Vikings on Monday Night Football. It's incredible. Great football. And in November, nobody's playing Wofford. Nobody's playing an easy cupcake game in November in the NFL. Let's have, I really, really want to see this. I really want to see an 8-team college football playoff. I want to encourage teams to make tougher schedules, schedule better games. And let's change the ranking system in college football so that it respects strength of schedule. That you can't get away with having, you could right now feasibly make Clemson the 5th seed if there was an 8-team playoff and let them in and say, hey, you get into the playoff, you won, you're 12-0, but your schedule sucks, so we're making you the 5th seed. I'd be totally cool with that, but you can't do that because you're so limited. There's only 4 teams that are allowed in. I want a system that rewards teams for scheduling tougher opponents. Look at Auburn. I feel bad for Auburn. If you're an Auburn fan, you're 9-3, and you open the season with a neutral site game against Oregon. You win that game, big deal. Then you lose to LSU by 3 points. That's a tough loss. You play Georgia, you lose by a touchdown. You beat Alabama. If I'm an Auburn fan right now, I am disgusted looking at Clemson's schedule. I go, man, are you kidding me? Let's have Clemson play LSU, Georgia, Florida, Oregon, and Alabama in the same season. Is Clemson still undefeated if they do that? I really want an 8-team playoff. I want to change the culture in college football. Instead of having it be about dominating an easy schedule, let's make it about having a tough schedule and having impressive wins. That's what I want. I want to have more teams in. I want it to be okay. I know this is a controversial thing. I don't want it to be all about being undefeated. I want it to be about quality wins. Can a 9-2 team get in? That'd be cool to me. I'd like that. I really would enjoy that. Instead of this playing Wofford in November. I hate that. I'm not saying Auburn should get in. They lost to their good teams they played. They lost to LSU. They lost to Georgia, but they had opportunities to win. And if Auburn was undefeated right now, easily, they're the best team in the nation. Their schedule is so tough. What I'm saying is let's take a hard look at Clemson's schedule. Let's just look at Clemson. And can we acknowledge that's not what we want? I don't want to see a team playing Wofford in November and then getting rewarded. But for that, they won 59-14. You want to reward that schedule? That's all I'm saying. I really, really want to see an expanded college football playoff. I want an 8-team playoff. I want to let teams in when they lose tough games and they take risks and they take chances and schedule tougher opponents. I want that to be okay. If you play a tough opponent in November and you lose, hey, that's okay. Let's have a rematch of that. What I also don't want to see is teams like Alabama right now is going to go to some bowl game and probably not care. Georgia at 11-1 is not going to make. They're going to be, I guess, 11-2. They're not going to make the college football playoff. Are they going to care about their bowl game? I hate watching teams that are really talented play in meaningless bowl games. I don't like that. I want an 8-team playoff. I want teams to play in meaningful postseason games, and I want them to schedule tougher opponents during the regular season so we don't reward Clemson for scheduling nobody all year. Their toughest game was Texas A&M, who's unranked. I don't like that. I don't like the way we reward weak schedules in college football. My answer is, hey, let's expand the college football playoff and restructure the ranking system.